Hello students, today we are going to discuss the last topic from our maths book. The name of this topic is data handling. So before moving to the lesson, first I will tell you what do we mean by data. So data is the information collected in the form of numerical figures in a survey is called as data. So the information which is collected in the form of a table, it is not given in words but it is written in the form of columns and rows. So it is called as data. And data gives precise, exact and quick information. Data can be represented in different ways, like in a tabular form, or we can represent it in pictographic form, that is in the form of pictures. Also bar graphs are used to represent data. Data is represented in a very simple way. If a problem is given to you in words, it takes a lot of time to read it and then solve it. But if the problem is given to you in the form of pictorial form or in a tabular form or in the form of bar graph, then it becomes easier for you to understand it and you can easily solve the questions which are based on it. Now let us see some examples of tabular form, pictography and bar graph. Students, here on the screen you can see that how a data is given in a tabular form. So you can see here two columns are made. Before that the information is given about the tabular form. Number of bats manufactured in a week. So this is a column which is showing the number of bats that are manufactured by some company. So you can see here the days of the week are written, and here on the other column we can see number of bats manufactured. So on Monday they manufactured 85 bats, Tuesday they manufactured 70, Wednesday it is 60, Thursday it is 80, Friday it is 70 and Saturday it is 90. And the total number of bats that were manufactured in that particular week is 455. So students, such type of information is given. If they give it in the written format like a word problem, it becomes difficult for us to understand. But since it is given in a table form, a table or a tabular form is made, so it becomes easier and exactly we get to know about what is given in the question. And on based of this picture you can say, or on based of this table, some questions are asked. So you can see here by observing the table, here we can see that we can tell the maximum number of bats that were produced on Saturday, right? If a question is asked to you on which day were the maximum number of bats manufactured, we can easily tell it, since here we can see the numbers. The 90 is the biggest number among all these, so we can say on Saturday the maximum number of bats were manufactured. If a question is asked on which day minimum number of bats were manufactured, then we can easily tell it is on Wednesday, because the number is only 60, which is lesser than all the other number. So if a question is asked how many bats did they manufacture in the total week, then we can easily say the answer is 455. So this is called as interpretation of data or understanding of the data. So such type of questions based on tabular form can be given to you in the exams. So students, here is one more example showing us the tabular form. Look here, the name of the city is given, maximum temperature that the city has and minimum temperature that the city has. All these recordings are of a particular day from the various cities. The date of this all these recordings is 10/12/2017. So we have to learn this table, or we have to look at this table and answer the questions which are given below it. So the questions asked are, which city has the maximum temperature? So you have to see into the column which is given maximum temperature. So just see which is the maximum number. Yes, I think it is 31, which belongs to Kolkata, right? So we can write Kolkata has the maximum temperature. Which city was the coldest? Coldest means it was having the less temperature or minimum temperature. So one here, Srinagar. So Srinagar was the coldest city. The next question is, what was the minimum temperature of Delhi? So you go into the column of Delhi, This is maximum and this is minimum. So how much it was? See here, it is given, the units are given here in the upper side. So you have to write that 9 degrees Celsius was the minimum temperature of Delhi. The next question is, in which city was the difference between the maximum and minimum temperature the highest? So the difference between the maximum and the minimum we have to see, right? So we have to see 8 minus 1, it is 7, 15 minus 8, we have to do all these and we have to see which difference is the highest. So it is 31 minus 18. So you can see here Kolkata has the highest difference between the maximum and minimum temperature, which was 31 degrees Celsius minus 18 degrees Celsius is equal to 13 degrees Celsius. So students, in this way you have to solve the sums which are given in such tabular form. The next way of data handling is in a pictograph form. So when we represent the data using various pictures, it is called as pictorial representation of data, or it is also called as pictograph. So here you can see the following pictograph shows the number of students of a class learning co-curricular activities. So there is a school and the school is having various co-curricular activities. The activities other than the studies are called as co-curricular activities. So the activities are dance, music, sports and yoga. So here you can see some faces are shown in each part. Like dance they have shown 4, then music 3, sports it is 5, yoga it is 2. And here they have told us that one face is representing 3 students. Means this one face means 3, this second face means 3, third face means 3 and fourth face means 3. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4 times 3 is equal to 12. So 12 students take part in the dance. Here you can see 1, 2, 3. 3 faces. 3 into 3 is 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 into 3 is 15. So 15 students are taking part in sports. So 1 and 2, 2 3s are 6. So these is the number of students which are participating in the various co-curricular activities. So now let us see what are the questions. How many students are learning sports? So here we have found out already. So the 15 students, how we can write the answer? We have to write the answers in words, not just the number 15. Okay, we will write the number of students learning sports is 15. Next question is, which co-curricular activity is most popular? If it is the most popular, then more number of students may be joining it. So here you can see a large number of students have participated in sports. So the co-curricular activity which is the most popular is sports. Then comes the question, which co-curricular activity is least popular? Least popular means more students do not join that. So the number of students joining yoga is very much less. So we'll write yoga is the co-curricular activity which is the least popular. Then how many students are there in all? So we have to find out the total here, right? So you can see here 12 plus 9. It is 21. 21 plus 15. Yes, 21 and 15. It is 636 and plus this 6, so it is total is 42. So the total number of students participating in various activities is 42. So in this way you have to solve the data handling problems which are given in the form of pictograph or representation of data in a picture form. Students, the next method is using a bar graph. A bar graph is a chart which has rectangular bars to represent the data. In a bar graph, data is represented by a number of bars, that is rectangles of equal width and with equal or uniform gaps between them. The bars, they can be drawn horizontally or vertically. So now let us see a picture or a bar graph with the help of which we can easily understand how to solve the sums or the problem using a bar graph. So here you can see a bar graph given below represents the number of members in the families of various students of class 4. So this bar graph is showing us the number of members in the families of various students of class 4. So here you can see number of members in the family. Here it is showing, and here it is the name of the students. So Mohit, Samina, Seema, Adil, Rakhi and Darshil. Mohit is having 1, 2 and 3. You can see here it is up to mark 3. So Mohit is having 3 members in his family. Next is Samina. You can see here it is coming up to 5. So she is having 5 members in her family. Next is Seema. You can see here, just take a scale and put here like this, so you can easily understand the number. Okay. So Seema is having 4. Then it's Adil. Adil is having 6. Then comes Rakhi. Rakhi is having 4. And Darshi is also having 4 members in his family. Now see the question. How many members are there in Samina's family? So where is Samina? Here. So what did we see here? 5. So there are 5 members in Samina's family. Just keep in mind, students, that the answer should be written in full sentence. Which family size is most common? Most common means many students are having that much members in the family. So we can see here Seema is having 4, Rakhi is having 4, Darshil is having 4. So 4 members. How we will write the answer? 4 members is the most common family size. The next is, what is the total number of members in the 6 families? So the question is asking us how many members in total. So we have to add all these members. So you can see here 3 in Mohit's family, 5 in Samina's family, 4 in Seema's family, 6 in Adil's family, 4 in Rakhi's family and 4 in Darshil's family. So all together it is 26. So we will write total number of members in all the families is 26. Right, students? So in this way you have to solve exercise number 1 and exercise number 2 from the topic data handling.